Manglam Bhava. Today, in this series, we are going to speak about how gurus, in the last one we spoke about Guru Shishya Parampara and what it meant today. And today we are going to take up how some of the forms, the gurus, came from the villages to city India to teach. I take you to 1930s and 1940s, where some of the gurus left their villages, say in Rajasthan. When we speak of Jaipur Gharana, actually most of the gurus are from Churu district, Sujangarh. They have come from actually Bikaner because the courts and patronage decided where the guru will get employed or support. Again, we refer to Kalidas. He once said that both a lata plant and an artist need support. Then only they will grow. So, who were the patrons of arts, especially classical forms, say in hundreds of years ago? It was the nobility, it was the kings, the courts. So, wherever there was patronage, gurus got attached, or the kings or the nobility was enlightened enough to call them and make them Ratnas of the Darbar. We have the famous case of Akbar asking Tansen to be one of the Navratnas, that is 15th century. We have in recent times Lucknow, Wajid Ali Shah, also inviting the Kathak gurus, Achan Maharaj Ji, the Rampur Maharaja, the Biju Maharaj's ancestor, all the gurus, Lachu Maharaj, Achan Maharaj Ji, all of them were employed by the darbars, which is how Lucknow Gharana came up. Jaipur Gharana came up when some of the great gurus, Narayan Prasad Ji, Sundar Prasad Ji, all of them came to Jaipur or Jodhpur, Kundan Lal Ji, Sundar Lal Ji, and then when India became independent, they went to teach at institutions like the Kathak Kendra in Delhi, or the first university, MS Maharaja Sayaji Rao Gaikwad, Baroda, where the Kathak and Bharatanatyam department started by Professor Mohan Khokar, who happens to be my father and was born in Baroda, which is why these gurus slowly came out of the villages, went to the courts, taught them, and from the courts, when India became independent in 1947, the gurus then were absorbed in either the university for education or in very specialized institutions created by Act of Parliament through the Sangeet Natak Academy like the Kathak Kendra, or their institutions, say in Bengal, now in Jharkhand for Saraikala, there is for Manipuri in the Jawaharlal Nehru Academy in Imphal, there is Kudiyatam, which has also got standardized now, earlier it was not. So all these institutions came up. Let us take the case of Madras, as Chennai was called for long. Many banis, as we call them, or what are called streams of Bharatanatyam. Bani just means streams. It's a big river flowing, and rivulets which join the stream, and the river ultimately joins the ocean. So we have Pandanellur. We always speak of Pandanellur style. It's a very small hamlet. It's a very small village from where one of the most important families of Meenakshi Sundaram Pillai, he came to teach. He was in Madras at Kalakshetra. So was Katumanar Koil before him, Vidwan Muthukumaran Pillai of Katumanar Koil near Chidambaram, what is the ancient Tillai, came again to Madras. He was the first Bharatanatyam teacher or guru at Rukmini Devi Arundel's Kalakshetra. After he left, Meenakshi Sundaram Pillaji came there and taught for 6 months. So like that, there was succession of gurus. Imagine from Madras, this guru, Muthukumaran Pillai of Katumanar Koil Chidambaram, went all the way to Ahmedabad. It looks very simple today that it is Madras and Ahmedabad, but those days there were no flights. Trains took 1 week to reach from one point to another point, changing twice. These gurus, in service of arts, went from village to village, cities to cities to teach. So, Mirnalini Sarabhai the Great set up Darpana Academy in 1949 in Ahmedabad, in a dusty city in Gujarat where there was no Bharatanatyam. Because at the same time, the Baroda University, Maharaja Saji Rao, MSU had been set up. So gurus were very mobile. before the word mobile and cell came up. Gurus were very mobile. The students were equally keen. Imagine a Gujarati who does not know Tamil or Telugu or something, or language Sanskrit, or somebody from Haryana or Punjab learning an art form like that. So this is to the credit of these gurus that they came all the way, they taught, and the students who made the effort, they sacrificed formal education or they merged it with a formal education. So Kathak, we had Jaipur Gharana, we had Lucknow Gharana, and much later, what is more popular today, you hear often, Banaras Gharana. There was actually technically, Banaras Gharana was very spread out. One part of it, Ustad Ashik Hussain Khan had also gone to Lahore and started what is called the Punjab Gharana. Yes, there was a Punjab Gharana of Lucknow also in Lahore. And this Ashik Hussain Khan Sahab from Banaras had gone there to teach. And amongst his students were Zora Sehgalji. If you remember Zora Sehgalji in films, in dance with Uday Shankar, and as Kiran Sehgal's mother also. Zora Sehgalji and others learned Kathak from him, and then the next generation, Mohan Kokarji and others. So, how the tradition continued. Geography never stopped history. In fact, it made it more colorful, which is how many of these merges of strains like Pandanellur, Katumanar, much later Valluvur. Valluvur was a branch and a take-off from other traditions. And when it came to films in Madras in 1940s, cinema was happening big time in Tamil cinema, and Madras, Chennai was the headquarters, which is where Valluvur Ramaya Pillai got engagement in the film industry thanks to director Subramaniam. Yes, there was a person whose first name was Director Subramaniam. His daughter, Padma Vibhushan Padma Subramaniam. So this is how lineage continues. Valluvurji came to Madras, got popular through films, discovered new artists, and then platformed them through films, which was a mass media, and so a whole lineage of dance, which was dance for the camera. Please understand, when you dance for proscenium stage, it is front and back stage. But when you dance for the film camera, it is diagonal because you have to cover all shots, show full body costumes and close-ups of the face. Those days, we didn't have AI, but they had a lot of devotion. So with one single camera, they could make such legendary films, such iconic films. Do you know, talking of films, the first full-length film on Indian dance was shot in Madras at Gemini Studios. 7 years it took to make Uday Shankar's Kalpana. Today, make films in 70 minutes, maybe 7 days. 7 weeks is long. 7 months is a huge schedule. 7 years, 200 people staying because music was live, not recorded. They're staying in a house, they're shooting every day. And then the film ran only for 7 weeks because independence had come in 1947. So the whole film industry went for a toss and churning, and so there was no take. But the film is landmark. Kalpana today of Uday Shankarji is a landmark film for cinematography, for editing, for concepts, for script, for dances, all forms, from North India to South India, East to West, and in between, all forms are represented. When these gurus, and for this film, the guru who sat in Madras and trained many of the artists was Guru Gopinath, the great Kathakali master, whose prime students, the Travancore sisters, Padmini, Lalita, Ragini, got prominence through this film and then moved on to the industry. Their niece today is a superstar, Shobana, both as a Bharatanatyam artist as in a film star. One guru, look at the outreach. Because intention was honest, because there was integrity and ethics, because money and earning and fame and name was not the only need. That was a byproduct. If your work is good, it will have its outcome. If the work is hollow and it has no substance, No matter how many Insta films you make, no many how many followers you have on Facebook, it will not come to any great result, because now the clutter is so much more, which is why it is important, like some of them before you, to specialize in one thing. Because a barber is known for cutting hair, a doctor is known for giving medicine. Both are not interchanging. A pilot can fly a plane, he will not do a bullock cart. A bullock cart fellow cannot fly a plane. So it is a specialization, which is why in today's thing, while we can multitask, there's one task one must make one speciality, because you will be known for that. Your name, fame, and work, and even earnings will come from that. And two, you will be in demand. You think how many archivists are there in India today? Who's documenting all this? So where do you, if you're doing a PhD or a film or some production book, where will you get proof of that period? 1947, 1922, 1976, which is why the gurus become the repositories becomes history, history becomes heritage, heritage becomes living arts. And the third episode of this will take you to one such heritage. It will take you to a place where all the histories of last 200 years in archived form, with documentary evidence, with posters, books, costumes, masks, anything is preserved. The Mohan Khokar dance collection at IGNCA, thanks to the vision of the trustees like Padma Subramaniam, Sonal Mansingh, Saryu Doshi, Prasoon Doshi, Bharat Gupta ji, and the head Sachidanand Joshi ji, who have all seen to it that this national resource and repository is kept safe for you. Mangalam Bhava.